Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Good morning. Hello. Can I be seen? Can I be understood? Am I live? No? I mean, I see things, but that doesn't mean I'm actually live. Am I live? Am I alive? Am I good? Am I crisp? Am I that good old-fashioned 60 some odd frames per second or whatever I need to be in order to, stream? All right, we have life. We're in there. We're good. All right. Okay, so we've made it. Although it's weird that I see that loading symbol down there at the bottom left. What the hell is that? What is that? Because that's not on my stream. What the fuck is that? What it, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even want to find out what that is at this point. It's like something's loading, but it's not loading. How's it going, Avalanche 177? Hopefully you are doing well this fine evening as we go on this this trek, this expedition of nonsense that we are going to be going on, this excursion of diarrhea of the mouth that we're going to have to siphon through, because this is going to get bad. You know, this is the same guy that told us that The Order, remember that game? 1886? Remember when that game came out? He said that the game was a victim of racism. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look up that video right now because I know some of you don't believe me. So, The Order is a victim of racism. Like a racism like blacks in America. This was a real thing that he said. These are real things that he said on his channel. He hasn't taken the video down. It's right here. It's the title. I mean, you see, it's right there. I'm not hiding this. We didn't make this up. He did this. He.
Yo, what's up? It's the one and only hip hop gamer. You already know what it is. Listen, man, listen. This is a very important subject. We're gonna get right into it, alright? The Order, 1886. I played this game at E3, alright? E3 last year, 2014 in June. I played that build. From that build alone, I was ready to drop $60 on the game. From just playing like a 20-minute build of the game. Was the game done? No. You know what I'm saying? Did it have a few issues? A little bit. But overall, looking at that game, graphically, it was mind-blowing. The gameplay at that particular time still felt really, really good.
You mean the non-existent gameplay? I mean, you right though.
The story of the game, the idea of these weapons and the way they work.
The story
the
of 20 minutes? Okay.
Of the characters and the dialogue. Like, from that 20-minute demo at E3, I was already like, yo, this game look like it's going to be crazy. I want to get it. I got to play it. You want to know why I said that? Because I'm a gamer, a real gamer. And I know what a real gamer is. People don't understand the definition between a real gamer and a fake gamer, or why I game. Where does the line that's funded by a different type of for others to your own opinion? Fine. But when you encourage people, it's all about fairness. Things that I may like, you may not like. In the 80s, you wasn't thinking about, oh, you shouldn't play this game. I hate this game. They jump too small. Or you.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to hear him say "jump too small" because that is all types of grammar being just slaughtered right there. But it's not about this video. I'll scroll down so you can actually see the title of the video in its full entirety right there. The Order, 1886, a victim of racism like blacks in America, kill hate with love. These are things that this man has said and has documented on his own channel and keeps his videos up. So, I mean, we can at least admit he keeps his videos up, so we can at least give him credit for that. So, bravo, you're a very bold man. Not very intelligent, but very bold man. You do have opinions. You have those. So that's all well and dandy. But then he has recently released his Street Fighter V review and bullshit controversy, and he so eloquently put hashtag shots fired. So I'm assuming that this is going to be some real stuff going on. This is going to be real flame thrown upon us right now. These are going to be real facts. These are going to be real opinions. And these are going to be backed by facts, credible sources, etc., etc. So please, Hip Hop Gamer, the floor is, well, unfortunately and fortunately, I'm sure there's a little bit of both on both sides of the fence there, your turn to speak. So without further ado, bada boom, bada bang.
Let me get this set up real quick.
Okay, I just want to first off start by saying, if you're gonna have like the stream layout that's all flashy with these advanced overlays and things of that nature, can you get your stuff set up before the stream starts? Like, I understand that you may not have time to do these things, and you may not have time to, set up, but you knew you were gonna make this video, so I mean, I understand you want to hold up your fake Photoshop pictures and your fake all this other stuff and your 1079 championship belt or what is it? I don't know what radio station he works for, but his little championship belt, all that's fine and gravy. But if you got content and you got things that you want to say, then I'm gonna need you to get to the point. And it's kind of weird that you have the camera over there in the center, but then you have like the camera for the PSN camera at the top right, and things look a little edgy. But whatever. We got that picture in picture, even though it's yourself. But we're 17 seconds into a stream. I'm sure he's going to make everything very clear for us down the road. So, continue, my good sir.
Alright. Okay, there we go. There we go. Go back here. Alright, there we go. Good. Okay. Cool.
Once again, I would just like to say we're 45 seconds in, and we're just now going to get to him speaking. So, finally, the moment we've all come here for. Hip Hop Gamer, the floor is yours.
All right. First off, I want to say one love, God bless. It's the one and only Hip Hop Gamer. We're about to talk about that Street Fighter V review, and we're going to talk about the controversy. Welcome to another episode of Shots Fired. Let's get it on. Alright. Now, ready to get it in. First off, I've been playing Street Fighter V like crazy. Y'all saw the review stream that I did, and now we're gonna talk about everything in detail. We're gonna run through the graphics. We're gonna run through the gameplay. We're gonna talk about the controversy. We're gonna talk about all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of things that need to be said, and a lot of these things aren't touched upon on the big media outlets, and a lot of the gamers nowadays, I feel a lot of them is very spoiled and have this sense of entitlement, and it's ugly. And I feel that a lot of gamers now that didn't grow up in the era of the Atari 2600s and all that other stuff back in the day, if you don't know where you came from, or ain't willing to do the history on where we came from when it came to gaming, then you're never going to truly appreciate how we moving forward. And
This guy's speaking some good shit right now. What is this, guys? This man is leveled up. This man is speaking good truths right now. He's got, as far as I'm concerned, he's getting it right now. He is saying hard truths right now. If you don't understand the past, how can you then try to change and enforce the future? Because you don't understand where you've been. So far, so good. Bravo, kudos to you, my brother. He's moving up. He's leveling up. He's leveling up. His grammar is still a little wonky, but I can forgive that. He's leveled up. He's speaking coherently so far. So far. There are gamers out there that are definitely entitled. So far it's so good. He's clean.
I feel that's a big problem in the growth of our culture, not financially, but respectfully. You see what I'm saying? So I want to break everything down. I want to let me talk to the people real quick. Cool guy Dags 28. God bless. What's going on, man? How you feeling? Ice Cube 987. God bless.
I know it's hard to read names on a chat, and I get that, but I want to know where that man sees Ice Cube. I see an I and Q. Like, I ain't trying to like jump on nobody, but the man clearly said ice. Like, where is the ice? Like, I shouldn't be jumping on username pronunciation, but like that was a freebie, man. That was a freebie.
What's going on, man? Illustrated DEO was good. Yeah, man. I'm about to put it down with the Street Fighter 5 joint. So now we got a few people here. Let's get it started. First thing is this. I want to give a big shout out to BET, Hot 97, and GameStop. Those are my peoples and my partners right there. I want to give a big shout out to the Project, well, not Project Games anymore, it's just games. But as you can see right here, I got the Street Fighter 5 games case, Vanguard, 19-inch LED monitor screen built in there. Is crazy. This joint is amazing. I had it at the airport playing. Is retarded. The joint is crazy. But you can also see it in the picture right there. Make sure you go out there and get you one. It's
now, obviously, I have a hard time assuming that you're going to be, unbiased when I hear that, you got your people giving you free gifts of that caliber. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's real hard for me to sit here and legitimately take your claims as if there's no bias in it when you just start off like the first, where are we, 3 minutes into this? 3 minutes and 18 seconds. This is 47 minutes long. Oh, shoot me today. End my life.
crazy, yo. The games cases, you need that. Real talk. I want to give a big shout out to Gerard Butler and Angela Bassett. I had the honor of interviewing them recently for their new movie, London Has Fallen. So make sure you check out London Has Fallen. It comes out March 4th. And big shout out to the legend himself, Hideo Kojima. Kojima is the man. This is me and Kojima. This is a couple of years back at on the red carpet at the Video Game Awards, I believe. So shout out to Jeff Keighley, Video Game Awards and stuff like that.
Look, I get that you're flexing for your fans, and I understand that you want to show your accolades of being in the same occupied space as some of these celebrities, and I understand that. Who wouldn't want to keep those things well documented? But I have a very, very hard-hitting question. We are talking about Street Fighter V, a Capcom game. What the hell does Kojima have to do with this at this point? All I'm saying is I'm a little confused. I don't know why Kojima got brought up. I mean, if you like Kojima, I mean, that's fine, but this ain't time nor the place. You say you about to drop hard facts, and you about to drop it down, and you about to lay it out hardcore for your fans. Yeah, I ain't heard an iota or a peep about Street Fighter yet, so can we please get to that, sir?
At the time, but yeah, Kojima, that's my dude. So yeah, had him rocking the belt. That was dope. So now let's get into the Street Fighter V review and controversy. First thing is the graphics. This is the easily, hands down, the best looking Street Fighter V ever. Like, seriously, this joint look crazy detailed. When you see Ryu and you see just the cuts and the way it's drawn, that joint look phenomenal. When you look at Fang and just the design, when you look at Daslam, Daslam looked like a...
Like I said, I shouldn't be a stickler on pronunciation, but Daslam. Daslam? I've never heard that pronunciation of that man's name ever. I just would like to point that out. This guy is going to some new areas. But if we're going to talk about graphic fidelity and graphics being, the best, let me see. The last Street Fighter game was Street Fighter 4. which came out in 2007, if I remember right. And its alterations and updates were just that, with slight graphical improvements, but they were still a last gen title. We're almost, what, 3 years into this console generation? And you're going to say that this is by far the best looking? If it wasn't, by God, someone at Capcom's art and development team should be fired. They should be shot. They should be taken out back, castrated, and just absolutely done with, and then fired right there, Johnny, on the spot. Because let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, we're this deep into a console generation that Street Fighter has not touched. And don't tell me, but Ultra Street Fighter 4 is on PS4. As a port, yes. As a port. But as we saw on that game's release, broken, busted, not a good port. And the Xbox 360 was still the tournament console of choice. So, hey, I mean, let's just call a spade here. That's what we're doing. So when you say that this game is the best looking Street Fighter game, well, no duh. Backgrounds are still locked at 30 frames per second, but that's just a little observation. But anyway, we're going to continue to move on and progress. Hip Hop Gamer, all you.
True spiritual monk warrior type of dude. The way they animated his body and the way it moves, like the game looks breathtaking. The special effects, especially when you go into your V trigger, V skill stuff, it is insane. And I'm very proud at how different it looks from any other Street Fighter in terms of detail, artwork, and the way they allow the characters to come to life because of the way the art style is. And
once again, this is the only Street Fighter that has come out of any substance in this decade period. Just saying that. The other Street Fighter 4 had its roots planted in 2007, which would be the first decade of the new millennium, 2000, 2010. So you're comparing apples and oranges here, and I know you're not comparing it to any of the old 90s Street Fighters. There's no way that you're doing that. 90s, early 2000s? Nah. I know that cannot be where this is going, but continue.
way they introduced new characters too, with the way the art style is, you could truly appreciate the forward movement of the franchise from a graphical standpoint. You know what I'm saying? The background of the game, even though you going left and right playing 2D, it has this 3D-ish type of feel just because of how alive everything is. From each move you make, the animation, the way it looks. One of the things that I loved about Mortal Kombat so much was you could appreciate the actual fight. You could see everything. Because a lot of times when you're playing a lot of games, especially Marvel vs. Capcom or something, the animation and everything is so wild across the screen that you can't truly appreciate each movement and motion of the fight. In Street Fighter V, you can appreciate each hit, each motion, everything. You see it so detailed. So the graphics is incredible. All the special effects that's unique to each character. The game looks beautiful. That's the first thing. Second thing, let's talk the gameplay. The gameplay is extremely deep, but you gotta learn each character. Like, you truly, and when I mean learn each character, I'm talking about play with the character and play against the character. Because, for example, my favorite character is Ryu in this particular game. But when I was playing against Fang online, I was getting destroyed initially because I didn't know Fang's moves. I didn't know how he operates, his animation. There's a lot of things I just didn't know. And the way this game is so detailed that you got to pay attention to all those moves. Fang got this incredible crossover where he slides under your body like this. I had to learn all these things playing against him and using them. So
I mean, he's not wrong here, but this isn't a Street Fighter V specific point. This is I don't know, a universal thing with fighting games. If I play Mortal Kombat and somebody's bodying me with Predator and I've never played Mortal Kombat before, something would tell me I don't know a lot of things about Predator. Maybe I should go into practice mode and figure out what exactly he's doing and how safe he actually is and what I could punish. That's any game. Oh my god, that MODOK is dropping that snot on me in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Maybe there's a way to find a way out of these setups. That Virgil sure is being pesky with all of his teleports. Maybe there's a way to stop that. Seems like Spencer's Bionic arm does a lot of damage. Maybe there's a way that I can circumvent the problem of being hit by those combos. Like, this is a thing that is universal between any fighting game, no matter who's developing it, who's publishing it, who's making it, who worked on it, who ported it. This is a universal. This is not, yo, this is a good thing for Street Fighter because it ain't never happened before. And because it never happened before, I'm trying to introduce this new concept to you by putting it on the parallel. And some of you are looking at the stream like, what do you mean putting it on the parallel? These are that is a quote from Hip Hop Gamer. He said no one's ever made sense and put something on the parallel, and I'm just shooting it back at him because it doesn't make sense to me, but maybe it makes sense to him. So maybe if he's watching this video, he'd be like, oh, he's making it on the parallel. I get that. I feel you. But anyway, I've talked long enough during this break intermission. Let's get right back to the game.
Now that I did that, I'm studying not the game itself, but the individuals, the characters themselves. The game allows you to do that more because the way it feels and how deep the game is and the way the animation is, you can truly appreciate the frame data and everything that it has in it. The game is mind-blowing. It's very responsive. It feels great, feels tight, but there's a lot of things you got to learn about it. Get rid of your Ultra Street Fighter 4 mindset. Because a lot of things you're going to do that you would do in Street Fighter 4 is not going to work in Street Fighter 5. It's not. Like, it's hard. Like, it's real. Timing is definitely different. It's still responsive. It's great. But it's just different because it's not just about the game's timing. It's about your character's ability within the timing as well. It's a lot. It is crazy, phenomenal. I love it. I love the combos. I love the sound of the hits. It feels more stronger. The gameplay is great, man. The gameplay is great. It's a lot more tense, spacing, all of that. It is phenomenal. So far we covered graphics, we covered gameplay. Everything looks good. Now we're about to get up in this controversy. But before I start the controversy, I want to talk to the people. Alright, so we got 13 people in here. Mr. Cool Fantastic, what's going on? Illustrated DEO, what's going on again? Evo 2016, gonna be lit this year. I'm definitely hyped for the title lineups. Like Tekken 7 and Guilty Gear Xrd, no doubt. Tekken God Jets, I love Tekken, baby. Yeah, I want to go to Evo. Alright, cool. Ice Cube, I played the beta. Okay, cool. So now I want to talk about the controversy portion. Now, when Street Fighter V first was announced, right, a lot of people was blown away. They was even more blown away that it was exclusive, a console exclusive for the PlayStation 4. And a lot of people didn't even know that Street Fighter V, if it wasn't for Sony, wouldn't have happened. So when we got the news, it was overwhelmingly exciting. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's geared up, everybody's happy, everybody can't wait to see this game. That's one, right? Then months and months and months pass, you start seeing people play the game, see some YouTube videos here and there, cancel. You see some YouTube videos here and there, all this other stuff, people getting even more excited. You know what I'm saying? Game is looking better and better every time you see it. There's a big build up, a lot of support. Boom, right? Okay. Now, here's what bothers me about this whole scenario when it comes to the controversy. Street Fighter V releases. It comes out, right? First thing, the servers. The servers was messing up. The first day, the first day the game comes out, servers is messing up, people can't go online. Okay, fine. And within that day, or a little after that day, everything is back up and running really good.
See, maybe you don't know, Hip Hop Gamer. Maybe you don't. That's not the only problem that we have to convey to you, because apparently you forgot that local multiplayer, yeah, when you do local, it takes 2 to 3 minutes to load a game. Hey, you didn't talk about that day one, did you? No. So even if you did have someone to play with locally and weren't even going to go online and you were trying to circumvent the problem of having to be like, well, we can't connect online. Well, we can sure play with each other. Yeah, that sounds good, Bob. I agree with you, Keith. That couldn't even happen. And if it does, it happens at a very, very slow rate. Now, on top of that, there's no meat to this game. There's only 2 things you can do. Practice mode, go online, and if you want, go through survival mode. But survival mode is 1 round, does not simulate real match because you can buy buffs. If you are going through each level, you don't start with full health. So as I said, it does not replicate a real live match situation in order to give you ample practice against other opponents. But that's the only real way that you can fight the AI, other than going into practice mode and having the AI set to, random moves, or actually being controlled by the AI, which would be fine. That's cool, it's all sweet, mate. The problem that you have to now, resolve here isn't, well, okay, well, okay, the AI's moving, he's attacking me. Well, there's been numerous reports, and I can attest to this. The AI is not that good. Like, especially if you're one of those high-level players, the AI is not going to challenge you at all. But let's just say somehow, some way, you're at a skill level in which, the AI will challenge you at the higher difficulty ranges. Okay, well, here's a good thing for you. It's not simulating a real match because you're in practice mode, which does not simulate rounds, and you have infinite health. These are problems that people didn't really like because there's no arcade mode, there's no story mode, there's no way to simulate live matches against AI or computer opponents. So with that said, Hip Hop Gamer, I'm sure you're going to talk about this, and I'm sure I just undercut you, and I will give you the benefit of the doubt. So here we go.
The game is amazing. It's working really, really great. You know what I'm saying? But people, journalists, YouTube gamers with their channels, all this other stuff, took time out to assassinate Capcom and Street Fighter V and Sony. They took their time to assassinate and say, oh, this game is broken. They gotta stop releasing games like this. It sucks. Forget Street Fighter V. Don't buy it. I'm seeing all this stuff, right? The very next day, or within the first day, servers is back up and running. Everybody's playing, having a good time. Twitch is on fire. YouTube gaming on fire. Everybody's having a good time.
You mean everybody's waiting? Because if you saw my first stream, and that was on day 2, not even day 1, day 2 of the game's release, it still took 2, sometimes 3, and in one case 7 minutes to get a ranked opponent on matchmaking. But that's fine. I mean, it was Super Wait Fighter 4. It was Super Waiting 4. Super Loading Screen 5. Whatever you want to call it, that's what this game was for the first 2.5 days. Around day 3 and 4, that's when things started looking up. So when you tell me that day 1 was still good and then day 2 it was fun, no, pause. I'm gonna need you to roll that back, Chief. I'm gonna need you to roll back like the GGPO connectivity. But anyway, continue, sir.
Time. What bothers me about that situation is that the time and energy that people took to assassinate and annihilate the game because it wasn't working for a little while. The moment the servers and everything came back up, I didn't see nobody making videos saying, hey, it's back up, yay Capcom, hey, it's back up, yay Sony, yay Street.
Because let's just be honest here, Hip Hop Gamer. If I bought a car, right? For whatever reason I buy a Honda Civic. Let's just keep it real classy, real cheap. Something that everyone can relate to. Let's say I buy a Honda Civic, right? And then I get home, and the car doesn't start. Like, just out of nowhere, like the engine just doesn't even work. Like the alternator doesn't turn. The oil isn't even that great. It's terrible, right? I bought a new car and they don't even have any services. I find out that one of the tires is low on air. Like, isn't that just nuts? So obviously I'm gonna sit here and be mad and pissed off that my car doesn't do the job the car is supposed to do. But if the Honda sends their service techs and their equipment team, their pit crew to roll to my house, and they're like, vroom, 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 like it's NASCAR, and they fix my stuff up, and I'm just clean as a whistle ready to go, you know what I'm not going to do? Oh my god, Honda's so good they fixed my car, when it should have worked in the first place. Don't give me that, Hip Hop Gamer. Do not give me that gobbledygook, that garbage. Don't give me that to me. That's terrible. That is a terrible argument, and you know it. That's dumb. That's dumb. The fact that you would even go there, it's nuts. When you spend $60 on a game, and then it has 10% of the modes that a $60 game would actually have, people would be a little bit upset about that. But then when what you do have doesn't even work and do the job it's supposed to do, you are damn right people are going to be livid, and they're going to have every right to be. And just because they quote unquote fixed it when they didn't in the time frame that you've given, you're telling me that we should be celebrating them for fixing what should have never been broken to begin with after I had already taken the dip and the dive and the plunge to spend $60 on their title. Right, right. I'm sure you're going to clarify this later on. Once again, I'm sure I've undercut you, and I'm sure you're going to make this very clairvoyant for the rest of us. So, HHG?
Street Fighter, go get it. I ain't see that. Every time people, just in general, from a mentality standpoint, when people get an opportunity to spread negative energy, they take it like a football and go straight 100 yards to the touchdown. The moment it's time to eat your words or whatever, or apologize or be positive, people hesitant, or I'll do it later, or just never get to it.
Actually, in my video where I called them out for the controversy, here's exactly what I said. Whenever this game is complete, I am sure it will be a phenomenal fighting game. I'm sure it'll be a phenomenal title, and I'm sure it'll be a game that many fighting game players, whether they're beginners, whether they're new people trying to jump into the series, or whether they're seasoned veterans alike, will love to get their hands on Street Fighter V. That's what I said. I can't speak for everybody else. I don't watch everybody else. Everybody else does not pop up on my radar. But what I did say is, this game does have something to it that could make it good. However, that's way down the line in June when the story mode gets here. I mean, we're not getting the other modes that we were promised until March. So yeah, the game will still not be complete as of 6 months into its release. Do you see how that's a problem? Do you see how that's an issue? But continue, sir. Continue. You got it. You got it, mate.
You know what I'm saying? It's horrible. It's bad because I feel that gamers, we have to be better gamers to support developers. If a developer come out and a game is messed up or is bad or whatever, that's the best time to show even more support. You never know what you're going to get the second time around, or you never know what you're going to get once certain things get fixed.
Let me just roll that back. I want to make sure I heard that correctly and I did not take him out of context. So we're just going to rewind that. I want you to say that again one time.
Because I feel that gamers, we have to be better gamers to support developers. If a developer come out and a game is messed up or is bad or whatever, that's the best time to show even more support. You never know what you're going to get the second time around, or you never.
I don't know. I don't know. I would like to make a humble apology to Sega. How you doing? Your Sonic games. I know you need my support. I'm raising my arms to channel the Sonic Spirit Bomb. I'm giving you my energy. I'm giving you my faith, my hopes, my dreams, aspirations, and ambitions. Take it, Sega, for I trust you to not drop the ball here. I promise you, I will be nothing but a pruny shell of a man for all the energy that I'll be giving you, so you can circumvent all your problems over there in the Sonic games. Please, take me. Sonic 06 was a dark time. But I know it was all for me, Sega. I know you're putting me through the paces. I know you were. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. Hug me, Sega. Come here to me. Bring it in. But no, complaining about a game that doesn't work or function, I should show them more support. Sega, whatever your next game is, I know it won't be Jet Set Radio or any of the games that I like, but please just throw out another Sonic game so I can buy it. And then buy the DLC before you even fix the game. I'm a puppet. I'm on the strings. I'm a puppet. I'm doing it, man. And I'm a puppet, man. I'm a puppet. Wow, this is taking a dark turn. But continue. Once again, I'm sure this is like satirical in some way. I'm sure he's gonna come back at the end of the video like, ha ha, you guys thought I was crazy, man. I'm fooling. But yeah, we'll see.
You know what you're going to get once certain things get fixed. You know what I'm saying? Game developers, gamers, publishers, PR, all these people, we all got to have some sort of relationship to support one another, because at the end of the day, we got to grow the culture. We got to grow the business. You see what I'm saying? If people get so caught up in their own emotions and their own feelings that they're willing to tear down the very thing that they're a part of. And then people wonder why ignorance is so easy to catch. It's like a cancer, because everybody want to be negative.
Ignorance is so easy to catch, and then his go-to thing was cancer. He's talking about, ignorance being contagious because, it spreads through misinformation. But they say cancer when it's not contagious, like it's the common cold or some shit. I don't. I don't even at the. I don't.
Shot fire! You already know how it goes down. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing that I want to talk about, the servers. So many people.
How come y'all didn't tell me that I paused when he was just gonna say shots fired, like and just scream at me like that? Like pause. Like what?
Who annihilated it, but now it's back up and is running. And they also made an announcement that there will be some maintenance. They working on it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect that. Now, my analogy with this whole server situation is everybody that was talking a whole lot of trash about the servers initially, right? First day. What I want to bring to light is that this is not a traditional Street Fighter that we're used to. It's on a brand new engine, Unreal Engine 4, I believe. So Street Fighter 5 is running on a new engine. They got new characters, and it's not recycled. Like,
And none of that has anything to do with the server maintenance. Bruh, shoot me. Shoot me, mate. Shoot me. Finish me, mate. That has nothing to do with the server. Oh! Okay, this is just comedy hour now. Like I may not even have to interrupt this man. I think this is just comedy gold. Like if this guy's a stand-up comedian, then bravo, this man has done his job. But I was getting to that. You say that there's new characters, but it's like, well, yeah, but Jury and Guile characters that were in every version of Street Fighter 4 are all of a sudden nowhere to be found because they're going to be DLC. Wow. Wow, this guy is really striking all the comedic chords with me today. Wow. I'm glad I'm here.
look at Ken. It's a whole new Ken. It's not like a carbon copy and paste of other Street Fighters. You got new moves, new animations. Like they redid everything from the ground up. So this is truly a brand new birth of a franchise that we grew.
Did he say all this in Street Fighter 4? Because Street Fighter 4 must have been a rebirth as well, because the last Street Fighter game had sprites. Not what was in Street Fighter 4. Right. I mean, totally new moves. I mean, that's built from ground up. Sure, you can. I don't even know why we're here right now. This is the greatest troll of all time. I, this is great.
Grew up on back in the day. This is also the first Street Fighter on the PlayStation 4, on the new system, with a
You're wrong. You're wrong. Street Fighter 4 PS4. Alright, let's go. Ultra Street Fighter 4 on PS4. Oh man, that's a thing. Oh, we're on the PlayStation Store. Clearly, it's not going to be Street. Oh my God! Ultra Street Fighter 4 released last year. Man, facts. Yo, we got facts. 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 But what did you just tell me? What did you just tell me?
new animations.
Right?
Like, they redid everything from the ground up. So this is truly a brand new birth of a franchise that we grew up on back in the day. This is also the first Street Fighter on the PlayStation 4, on the new system, with a new engine.
Street Fighter 4.
Knew everything. So I see people complaining about, oh, it only got 16 characters. It's 2016, they only got 16 characters. Initially, yes, they got 16 characters. So what? Play them, learn them. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy what you got, because everything is brand new. Now, to give you the analogy that I told you I was gonna give you before, everybody that's watching me right now in this video, everybody that's watching me right now, that's one. Or anybody that goes, let's say you go to a job interview and you get the job, right? And then you start the job on your first day. Now, it's your first day. You don't know everything. You're gonna make some mistakes. You're gonna have to learn. But would you want somebody in your ear saying, oh, see, you messed up, oh, you ain't this, oh, F you, oh, like, is that type of energy gonna...
um, 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 oop, I ain't mean to move that. Oops. Um, 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 uh, uh, mm, um, first day on the job, 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 first day on the job. Actually, let's see. Oh no. How long have you been here? I'm genuinely curious. How long? Oh, you were back way back when? 98? First day on the job. 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 It's just too easy, fam. It's too easy. uh, uh, uh. First day on the job. But to his point, this is Capcom we're talking about. People who have not learned from their mistakes of the past and the yesteryear and are still translating them over to their new games. Now, on top of that, since we're on the subject of Street Fighter, you tell me with a straight face, with your hat, you just go sit there, looking dead at the camera, and you're going to tell me that the analogy that you thought was best suited for this explanation was when it was your first day on the job. No, just because it was their first time releasing something doesn't mean it's their first day on the job. Let me explain. Street Fighter 4 was what? One version, two, like 6 different versions, and they all had online play and never had a huge fallout like the one they're having with Street Fighter 5. So this is not their first time on this merry-go-round at all. Not to mention they ported what was it, Third Strike to have online play on, I believe, on Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation. And once again, this is not their first rodeo with 2 different types of engines, one being sprite-based and one being with 3D models. So once again, this is not their first rodeo, as I said. This is not the first time they've saddled up and gotten things into gear. But you want to compare it to first time on the job. I don't even know where your head's at. I don't know. Like, maybe did someone pay you to make this? Because you're taking L's. Like, pow pow, shots fired. But you're taking L's. You're not playing for the winning team right now. Please stop.
gonna help you on your job on your first day? Is that gonna make you better? Or is that gonna make you worse, or make you say F you back, and then everything just falls and everybody loses? Or if you have somebody saying, hey, don't worry about it, it's your first day, we got you, we know your capabilities, just work on it, whatever support you need, we got you, boom, positivity. And look at what Capcom did. And it's crazy because Yoshi Ono apologized for saying he had to apologize for.
So you know who this person was. So you knew this guy. Ooh, that I didn't mean to click that. That's font. Yeah, I downloaded the font earlier. But yeah, so you know who this is. So you know him when he started. You know he's been in the game for like 2 decades now. You know this. You know. Okay. Okay. So you're aware of this, but you still said the things that you said, and you still think we're gonna take you completely. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we were in the same frame of mind over here with this. But moving past that, you're saying that he didn't have to apologize for anything. When your game is terribly received, whether it's at launch, maybe it's the first 12 hours, first 24 hours, first 48 hours, first 72 hours, you do apologize because I don't think you understand how consumer and business relations work. You see, when a consumer goes out and trusts a company, that right there is me showing the support. That's me showing the company that I am trusting them and I am giving them my better judgment. I am giving them benefit of the doubt by saying I've not played this game, I never put my hands on this game, I never even got to play the beta, but here is not 20, not 40, not 50, $60. Here you go. Bar none, take it home. And then see if I like it. And then I don't bring the game back. I'm upset that this game isn't meeting the expectations of just being simply functional. When you promised us the game to be functional and you broke your promise. See, the business has already broken their promise and their initial agreement of a good service to me and a quality product to me. So as a consumer, I'm going to speak my mind. And when they apologize, like, yeah, you're cool, that's so sweet, mate, but I want to see the results of that and, the fruit of that labor. And when we get that, and all they've done is make the game functional without bringing us the meat and the content and the substance that will make this game have great longevity for casual players, professional players, beginners, experts, I was about to say Cena, John Cena, but seasoned veterans alike. And this is the example that you're giving me, man. I just don't know where your head's at, mate. I don't. I really do not know where your head's at right now.
Shit. He had to apologize for nothing. Everybody need to be thanking this man, because if it wasn't for him and Sony and everybody coming together.
You weren't supposed to hear me. I accidentally moved. I wasn't saying anything to you guys. I got mad that I accidentally moved this thing here, and I was like upset at myself. It had nothing to do with what he was saying. I wasn't making a commentary on him. That was me getting upset at this and then saying I don't need that. So yeah, okay. So let's rewind that. You guys didn't miss anything.
He had to apologize for nothing. Everybody need to be thanking this man, because if it wasn't for him and Sony and everybody coming together, Street Fighter, we wouldn't even be talking about Street Fighter right now. It would be no Street Fighter. It'd be only Mortal Kombat, only Tekken, and all this other stuff. Everybody, this sense of entitlement and complaints is ugly. So I got a lot more to say, but let's talk to the audience. Wow, we got 48 people up in here. Okay, cool. OG Bobby Johnson, God bless, what's going on. They came back up but kept going out sporadically. That's the we talking about. Okay, Antonius Williams, God bless. Okay, OG Bobby Johnson. Now what I want to say to you is that's not BS. If the like the nature of the internet, the nature of technology, the nature of like anything can mess up. I want to ask everybody out there right now, even you, OG Bobby Johnson. I love that movie, by the way. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? South Central. But anyway, like, I want to ask all of y'all. Have y'all ever messed up anything? Are all y'all perfect? Everybody that's watching, is all y'all perfect? Have y'all ever messed up on anything? Have y'all ever messed up on something where somebody else said, oh, you BSing? When in reality, you working your ass off trying to do something? And they gonna tell you that you BSing? Like, you don't even, like...
This man is acting like Capcom is a living, breathing human being, and like not a group of individuals who are getting paid to fuck up. Like, dude, but he does know that Capcom is not like Capcom Williams, right? Like he knows this, right? I mean, I shouldn't have to be the one that has to inform him of this, right? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, please continue, my good man.
How many times have y'all gone through hell to get something right, and the moment you get it right or something go wrong, somebody just assassinate you and say you ain't nothing, and they don't even know what it took for you to get to where you at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Have y'all ever felt that way? Well, you gotta look at it from the standpoint of a gamer, a game developer. Like, we all go through it. But the best way to get through it is to support one another. You know what I'm saying? All this bashing and all this trashing is not going to get what you want faster. And it may not even guarantee that you get what you want at all. People wonder why we got such a divided relationship in the industry. Is because everybody want what they want when they want it, but the world don't work like that. Technology, it don't work that way. You see what I'm saying? So it's not BS if a server go out. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying right now, there could be a big storm and your electricity go out. Okay, you gotta deal without electricity for the moment until it get back on. Like, it's nature. These things happen. Sometimes you can't control them. You just try to do your best to fix them and keep it moving. But this is our culture. This is our industry. So if anybody gonna represent, it gotta be us. You feel me? So we gotta represent in a better way. We have to be better gamers. We have to be better supporters of what we love. Or else people on the outside looking in is gonna look at us like we a joke. We number one. Gaming industry is number one, dude. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Let's act like it. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, you know, there's only 16 characters, 10 stages. There's no arcade mode, okay? But there is a survival mode, which is very different, you know? You got your training as always. You got your battle lounge, even though you only have one person in it. I assume and I hope that that'll grow. But if it's only just one person in it, fine, so be it. It's just one person in it.
Would you like to accompany me to the lounge, where it's only one person, but it's a lounge? Even though the icon says that there's more than one person in the lounge, but there's only one person in this lounge, and that's you and me, because that's two people. That's two ones. 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + 1 = me and you. Let's have a date in the battle lounge. I don't get it. Basically, he's like, if a game creator gives you garbage, accept the garbage, embrace the garbage. When they make sequel to the garbage, buy that garbage too. How dense? How? How do you understand? How does he not understand? Like, who made this? Why are you making me verbally crucify this man? This guy is literally the corporate puppet. This guy is literally the master of the sheeple who will do nothing but just try to just be so pro business. Like, Capcom or somebody has to be in his pockets. Like, I'm sorry. I understand that you want to be the corporate general. But you're forgetting that as you being a consumer, like me and everyone watching this stream and everyone watching your stream right now, yeah, the consumers are the ones who dictate the pace of any industry. And it seems like a lot of companies out there have forgotten that. Well, like I said, learning from your past, then you repeat the mistakes. Yeah, remember that? Yeah. So, yeah, they do owe us a functioning game that many people paid $60 for upon release. And then you mean to tell me that's only stripped down and you're okay with this? We should just shut up and be quiet and just accept what we get? Well, like I said, I never actually got to own Sonic 06. But, you know, if a child back in 2006 bought Sonic 06 and thought it was a busted, buggy, unresponsive, glitchy, and just completely unfinished piece of garbage, which it was, and you're going to sit here and you're going to tell me they should just accept it and move on with their life, you're dumb. You're not a gamer. You're a fraud. You're a puppet. You're just not a gamer. That's fraudulence. That is just being complacent and accepting it. Like, let's just be real here. I don't even mean to take it to a dark place. I don't even want to go here, but this has to be 100% unfiltered because I really have to get this off my chest. That's like a woman being in an abusive relationship and getting beat, but she's married, so she should just accept it because there's many people out there who just wish they could be married. That is what you're trying to tell us. Many people would love to play video games, so you just accept what you got. Yeah, okay, mate. GG. 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 Anyway, continue, sir.
You guys have to understand, you girls have to understand, is that games are services now. This is not Atari 2600. This is not Sega Genesis. This is not Super Nintendo, where you buy a game and that's it. Games now are more investments than ever. Because if you look at a game like Destiny year 1 is way different from year 2. So a lot has changed in that world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Drive Club. Mad people was hating on Drive Club, giving it 6s and everything. But it's still the most talked about racer right now, even above Forza. And it's sold more than Forza, if I'm not mistaken. Because
we can actually check that and look those stats up. So let's just go over to this little thing called VG Charts. And we're going to look up Forza and Drive Club. And it's kind of hard to really talk about this due to the simple fact that we all know Drive Club is on the PS4. And the PS4 sold infinitely more consoles than the Xbox One, as you can see, 19 million, 37 million. And, you know, that's basically as of February 6, 2016. So the last 3 weeks aren't really accounted for. But anyway, we're going to look up Drive Club, which has a much more bigger a chance to be accepted by an install base. And it is sold 1.9 global. Not doing too well in North America, but 1.9. Forza. Motorsport, was it 6? That's the new one. And 6 has sold 1.31. 1.31. The spin-off game sold 1.27. And Drive Club did sell 1.9. So yes, Drive Club did sell more. But the number really isn't that impressive given, as I said, look at the difference between how many, it's like twice as much. But, you know, it's cool. We're not going to hammer them for those numbers because, you know, whatever. But there is something I want to talk about with Drive Club and Forza. This has nothing to do with your argument here. I mean, everyone, yeah, they did crap all over Drive Club. But here's the thing. Those problems that we crapped all over, they got fixed. Did you forget about that? Did ya? You saw how when we just didn't lay over and accept it, they changed it. I just thought you'd like to know that. Anyway, yeah, let's continue this rodeo. Let's continue this rodeo, fam.
of the way they supported it, the service of it. You feel me? So we have to understand that since games are services.
Oh, and unfortunately, he's right. These games that come out today are not like, let's say Super Nintendo games or, Genesis games or Dreamcast games, PlayStation 2 games, and even early Xbox One and Xbox, or not Xbox One, Xbox 360 and PS3 games, and, Xbox original and PS2 games, like I said. And the reason why that is because why should we make a multitude, a smorgasbord of games year in and year out when we can release one in say 2010, but then give you content update after repackaging, remodeling, extra stages, bonuses, all throughout the line. For example, I'm pretty sure you guys know all about the Resident Evil Revelation series and how you can buy it in installments, and then a few months later the next one will come out and you play it. Because unfortunately, in the current market, snack games, that's what I call it, the snack games are in right now. What is a snack game? A snack game is one where you sit down and you take it now. You're like, that's nice, but I don't want to just run and just go straight on through the game. I want a break. So you're able to beat this part, take a break, have them say, it's back, and then you continue on after you catch up with the predecessor part, or the previous part, and then you go in from there. Or you could wait until the game is in its huge meaty part of its life cycle and then jump in there. Because you see, let's talk about another game that he also mentioned in his video, Destiny. For those of you who don't know, when Destiny came out in beta form, I was like, yo, this game is awesome. This game is amazing. This game feels crisp. This game feels fun. I'm enjoying myself. But you also have to remember this. It was a beta. 2. While the game was bare bones, it was good for a beta and fun for a beta. 3. Its multiplayer was crisp, fun, and enjoyable, but I wasn't paying $60 to play it. Now, from what this beta told me, this game could have the potential for me to go out and drop $60 on it. But once it came out, and you saw that the content was bare bones, and the content wasn't that great, and yeah, the multiplayer was fun, but the game got very, very repetitive if you played it for long durations, due to the simple fact that you would be running the same levels, same missions, and things of that nature over and over again, doing this endless grind to get the better weapons and things of that nature that you would see normally be accustomed to in an RPG, but the game does not handle itself like a good RPG in any way, shape, or form, because it's an FPS at heart. Let's just be real about it. It just so happens to have a level up system and grinding and loots and things of that nature, but at the end of the day, it is FPS. So when you take all of that and then you extrapolate that information, you start to realize that this game may not be $60. And then very early in the game's life cycle, post-release, you're going to tell me that this is going to be seasonal. Well, you're not just buying Destiny today. You're going to have to buy another Destiny 8 months down the line when the first season, or not season, well, you could buy the season pass, but you could also buy the first expansion pack. Then you could buy the second expansion pack. And then you could buy the third expansion pack. Now, unfortunately, these expansions are a little tedious due to the simple fact that they don't always add that much content to the game where you're thinking to yourself, yeah, man, this is really deep. This is really good stuff. This is really crisp. Because unfortunately, as you guys seen on my stream, you can beat each expansion and 100% it for the most part in about a week's time. At most. And I just mean the main storyline part of it. I'm not even talking about grinding infinitely to just get a chance at a drop. I'm talking about just to do the core essentials that they added and doing all the new features that they added and, testing out all the new things that were implemented with that patch. You run through it in about a week. There's a reason why I haven't played Destiny in a while. I got bored of the Taken King. I'm done. I tapped it out. There's nothing for me to say to the game or play with the game. And that's unfortunate because the game has potential. The game can definitely do things. But unfortunately, bare bones is bare bones. In any case, let's continue because, as I said, these games are investments. These games are not meant for you to be playing indefinitely. And the reason why I say that is this. These games really are tied to their networks because many of these games, the crux of what is supposed to keep you there, what's supposed to give these games replayability, is the multiplayer aspect. And as we all know, if a company no longer wants to support that game's dead. unless it's on PC and you guys have a way to set up a private server and a private network so you can network amongst your friends or people on a forum and things of that nature. But if you don't have that and it's on a console, you just have to deal that you have a dead game on your hands that you might as well just use as a coaster for your favorite frosty beverage or warm beverage if you just don't want to start scratch up your table with a hard cocoa or hot cocoa. So it runs into this terrible area of just why buy a game at launch, because you never know how long these things are going to last, and a lot of people will then just watch other people test the waters and read reviews and see how the game holds up months in, and it's a hot mess. It really is. It truly is. It's sad, but that's really what it is. These aren't whole packages anymore, and the games are not only being marketed that way, they are being released that way, and gamers have accepted it. And as long as they accept it, remain complacent, enjoy it, and still buy into this type of stuff, it's never going away, because what makes me money will not go away, because you don't fix what isn't broken, and their pockets definitely aren't broken, because gamers will continue to line them with infinite amounts of cash for the service that they're providing. So with that said, let's carry on.
We have to serve the industry too. We got to do it right. You feel me? If there's some BS going on and things we don't like, voice your opinion. Talk about it. Yes, talk about it. Get it out there. But you don't have to be an asshole to get a point across. You see what I'm saying? And I see a lot of journalists and a lot of these YouTube gamers they're assholes about the way they approach things. And there's no respect in that. That's all I'm trying to say. So we're gonna move on, but let's talk to the audience. Alright, the action figure, what's going on, baby? I love Street Fighter more than anyone, but lacking basic arcade mode is dang. I'm sorry, man. I missed your question. I'm sorry. But just to speak on lacking in arcade mode.
That is laziness, if I've ever seen it. I know you probably got Twitch on your laptop or somewhere where you could check it on your phone, where you could have just read the chat and just scroll. You know what? Let's just say he has no way of accessing that, and that message is gone forever. Let's just address what he is going to address about the arcade not being there. The last game, Street Fighter 4, had an arcade edition. It was such a staple of Street Fighter, it was put as the edition's name. And not only was it put in the edition's name, it got another one called Arcade Edition 2012. You fucking what, mate? Anyway.
Now, let's talk about what arcade mode is. Arcade mode, you pick the single player, and you just keep going through players. Like, you keep fighting through players. That's all you're doing. That's what arcade mode is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not a story mode. It's arcade mode, and you just playing people. That's all you're doing. So, when you turn on fight requests, right? And let's say you're playing survival mode. When you're playing survival mode, all you're doing is fighting people, going to another stage, but it's a bit deeper because you could choose your health and choose certain things and modify it like that. But if you're playing a survival mode, or even if you're playing in the training mode and you make the dummy computer and change all this other stuff up, whatever you do, it's still the basis of what arcade mode was already.
If he's going to continue talking about this part for a while, I'm not going to interrupt him for a while, because let's be honest, we literally just said everything about that like 15, 20 minutes ago. So I've already addressed every single point he's making about this. So,
you know what I'm saying? All arcade mode is you pick your character and you play against all the other characters in the game. That's all arcade mode is. And you can still do that now in the game. And because of fight request mode, there's always a new challenger coming all the time because so many players. So there's always a battle. Like, you see what I'm saying? So either, like, I don't get it. Like, what arcade mode was, you can still do in this game. It's just not called arcade mode.
That's all it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even understand why that's even a discussion. That's the first thing. Second thing is, let's talk about the story mode. The story mode, we all know in June the cinematic story is coming. We all know that. The story mode in this game is dull. Is not exciting. It's just a few pictures and a few fights, and that's it. Ain't nothing exciting about this particular story mode. It wasn't designed to be exciting. The cinematic one is the one that's designed to be exciting. That's why they took a whole new approach. Everybody knows that. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, games are services now. So the game you play today is not going to be the game you play tomorrow. You feel me? So that's what it is. So, you know, I just wanted to speak on this controversy because I feel a lot of people aren't saying the obvious. And the obvious thing is that they worked hard to bring Street Fighter V to fruition. It's here, it works, it looks great, it plays great, and people still complain. I just think that's immature and it's horrible. Period. Now, another thing I want to talk about is people was talking about missing features, such as things as spectator mode, and they felt that the game was bare bones and stuff like that. Here's a problem that a lot of people have, and a lot of people that discuss like console wars have the same problem too. Most people that don't own a PS4 or don't own an Xbox One, they will look at the PS3 and 360 era and make judgments based off that going into the new era of PS4 and Xbox One. The PS4 and Xbox One battle is way different from the PS3 and 360 era. Way different. So I said that to say this: you can't look at Street Fighter 4 and everything that Street Fighter 4 had, and say Street Fighter 5 is missing features.
Kill yourself. Not really. But my God, look. Look, real talk. We're gonna have real talk right here. We're gonna have real talk. We're gonna have real talk. This game right here. Do you see who made this? Most of you are gonna be like, does that say Marvel? That's not Marvel. Okay, that does not say Marvel. If you can read, you know what it says. It's not Marvel. You see that on the back right there? Exceed? Marvelous? Might be backwards, and if so, I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, you guys understand. This game right here. This little tiny game right here. Right? It's on the PS4. And it has spectator mode. I know, crazy, right? Blaze Brew. It's PS4 version. It has spectator mode. The other AAA fighting game that you talked about called Mortal Kombat. It has spectator mode. It's like you take your foot and you're trying to swallow it, but at the same time tell me that I'm dumb and say that you're right. It's an amazing talent. How you can be so unaware of your own faults and continue to try to make us accept your BS it's amazing. This is an amazing, like, this is a case study. This is an amazing specimen you brought to the table today. Like this, how do you how? And you know what's funny? In the description of his own video, he admits Evo is coming soon, so Capcom wanted to get the game out early. Missing features, bad launch service, the works, but in reality, you admit it in the description. I'm done. We should not even have to read anything else. We should just walk away. We should walk away. We should do a kickflip on those tech deck dudes and grind right on out of here. You admitted it. You just made it way too easy. That was way too easy. That was dumb. That was dumb. That was for real dumb. That was on a new level of dumb. The exposure train is real. Actually, let me click this video. What is the? Tell me this is the exposure chain so I can die. I could die happy. Please tell me that's what this is. If it's not, like, I'll be upset. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. What the hell? Did you not see me press copy? Like, hello? Copy? Hello? Thank you?
Expose. 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 Yeah. You're exposed, bitch. You're exposed. If you got no games, you're exposed, bitch. You're exposed. You're exposed. You're exposed, bitch. You're exposed. 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 If you play the way, nigga, you exposed. If you play the way, nigga, you exposed.
Alright. I wasn't expecting that. You got me, mate. You got me. Alright, anyway, let's get back to this.
Because I don't recall Capcom saying Street Fighter V was going to have this and have this and have that, like how Street Fighter 4 had. Street Fighter 4 is Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 5 is Street Fighter 5. And I feel a lot of people was looking at Street Fighter 5 and saying, oh, they missing this. But they ain't missing anything. Like, they're not missing nothing. What's there is what they wanted to be there, and what's coming is what they said is going to come. And anybody that's reviewing or upset at Street Fighter 5 for not having some of the things that Street Fighter 4 had, play Street Fighter 4. Like, period. So, let's talk to the people. Oh, dang, Mika, I'm sorry, I missed your question, Mika, I'm sorry. We got 80 people up in here, what's good? Yo, Wayne, DeVore, God bless, what's going on? Street Fighter 5 kicks ass, long time fan, gangster, that's what I'm talking about. Shot fire, you already know what it is. Alright, Thematicus, no one complaining about Street Fighter 4, it was good. Yeah, exactly, well, Street Fighter 4 was good. Street Fighter.
No one complained about Street Fighter 4? Exposed. He just exposed himself. No one Super Street Fighter 4, Ultra Street Fighter 4, the arcade edition. No one Oh, you know what? Maybe this man is just that out of touch.
Street Fighter 5 is good too. The problem is there's things in Street Fighter 4 that people probably wanted in Street Fighter 5 and they complaining. People complain about anything. It's crazy. OG Bobby Johnson, my man's back. It's not the same. It's not the same. You fight all the characters up until you get a boss. Then you get a story at the end. Not the same, dude. Are you referring to the survival mode I was talking about? Okay. Here's what I'm trying to say about arcade mode. Once again, arcade mode is just a mode where you fight other characters. That's all it is. That's it. Like, that's like if I go to the arcade and I put a quarter in and I'm fighting all day. Like that's what it is. I can do that in Street Fighter 5. Whether it's training, survival, like whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. Like, I'm not missing anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my thing. What I will say this. Spectator mode. That's a mode that people love in Street Fighter 4. And I'm pretty sure they would love to have in the Street Fighter 5. It's not there. Will it come? Probably will. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that it's not there, you can't, like, for the person that's saying Street Fighter 4 had this, Street Fighter 4 had that, well, there's things that Street Fighter 5 got that Street Fighter 4 don't got. It's a new game. It's a new beginning for a franchise that's old. So allow them to let it grow. Games are services now. Pillsbury, what's going on? Agreed, Queen B of gaming. It was for Evo, and they should delay it. OG Bobby Johnson, but we're not playing it at the moment. That's the problem. Why you're not playing it at the moment? Like, are you referring to the online portion? Because the world don't revolve around online gaming. You can play the game offline against the computer, or you can play.
I could continue watching this video, or I could snort this Febreze. Better yet, I could drink this drain cleaner. Which one? Because clearly, you don't want me to do this. Clearly, you don't want me to do this. Pick, please. Choose how I go. You don't want this. This is not something that you really want me to do. Clearly. Because the reason why I say this is he said that online isn't everything and you could play this game offline. You know? I wish my PS4 was on, so I didn't just have to, go ahead and showcase this. But while my PS4 is firing up, I'll start off by saying this. You said that if you go offline, that you could still play this game and still have access to a very fun game. Well, I'm going to unplug my Ethernet cord right now. Bloop! I'm offline. Can't connect online. My Ethernet cord is unplugged. So therefore, I cannot, do online things right now. As you see, I'll sign in and it'll be like, hey, you should connect online, connect to the internet. As you can clearly see. Now I'm going to play Street Fighter 5. Right now. And this video will be coming out 2 days after he said this. So 2 days ago, the servers were not as good as he is trying to make them seem to be. So with that said, Street Fighter 5 is trying to connect to the internet, but it will say unable to connect to network. You will now be going into offline mode. And yeah, I agree. And EULA, I got it. And user license agreement, we're all good, baby. We're all gravy. And what do we get in return, my friends? I like how the visual on my capture card froze. But yeah, it did say connecting online and user license agreement. Anyway, so now we're in the battle lounge. Oh man, look at all these modes. Oh, gotta be online. Gotta be online. Not here. Connection unavailable. Not here. Not here. Oh, can't connect. Alright, these are settings, which any game has. Message log. And as you can see, gameplay will continue in offline mode, and you cannot get any updates because you're not connected online. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of your what? 5, 10, 14? 8 out of your 14 are useless to you. So over half of your blips are useless to you because you're not online or you're not here. It's not here yet. So you can go into training. But here's the thing that I really want to showcase about this game that he's talking about. Well, you can always practice against the AI. Alright. He said it's the same as arcade mode, right? Okay. I want you to watch this. I want you to watch this. As you see, you don't get your stats, so another thing that you can't read or use or utilize right now. But that's not what I want to talk. That's not the main thing I want to showcase. It's not the main thing I want to showcase here. Okay? I hope you guys are ready to have your mind blown. Alright, so we're gonna go to dummy settings, CPU, and we're just gonna put it on level 8. Just kick my ass. Yeah, look at that Dawson. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh man, this guy's throwing yoga flames. Yo, this man's going in. Oh yeah. You're gonna see this doesn't simulate a real match. And the reason why I say that is, see the timer's at infinite. The computer can button read you, which makes it not a real opponent. I'm just pushing a button right now to showcase something to you. You can decide, well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put this at normal, 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 right? So everything's at normal. Throw reversal. I'm not getting health back. Dalsum is bodying me, walking towards him. Destroy me, please. Alright. You're almost there. You almost got it. About to get dizzied. Boom! KO! Right? And then it just starts. That's not arcade mode. There's no rounds to win. There's no pressure situations because you know that at the end of the day, you're just gonna come back to this. Like it does not simulate a real match. It does not simulate a real match in the slightest. And then it's like, well, okay, I want to fight another character. This is the part I'm talking about. I hope you're ready for this. I hope you're ready for this. Taking a while to load the character select screen. Okay. Pick a stage. Pick your character again. And let's say you want to fight Nikali this time, right? Well, you got more loading. But, you know, that's not something I'm going to penalize the game for here. You know what I mean? But watch what's going to happen. Watch how interesting this is. Remember all those settings and things that you changed previously? They actually save now. At the beginning, they did not save. I'm just glad that they saved. But if you do turn the game off, they will not save. You will have to do this and set this up again. Yo, Nikali's going in. Do you see do you see the footwork? I was gonna go for a throw there myself. I don't even know why I jumped. Yo, okay, that button reading is ferocious right there. Yo, the fuck? Okay, I've never seen that before. Apparently there are stage transitions. Did not know that. But yeah. The training does not simulate arcade mode in the slightest. It's not the same, regardless of whatever he's trying to tell you. So there is that. But anyway, we will be continuing on our little excursion, and someone followed me on Instagram. Okay, that's nice. Anyway, let us continue. Wait, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Wait, oh, okay. Never mind. I was being dumb. I made a mistake. There we go. Yeah, we're good. We got everything. In any case, let us get down to business. Sorry. Got distracted. There's things happening on my phone. The layout looked like it got messed up or whatever. We're here.
With your friends, if they're at your house, if they're not at your house, okay, you could share play the joint, like, cause on PlayStation 4 you got share play. So
remember how you said the whole thing about online? Yeah, you don't get share play unless you're online. I'm just making sure that you know that. Just making sure.
I could play against you, and I don't even gotta worry about the online users being interrupted with a fight request. I could just share play with a friend of mine if they don't got Street Fighter 5, and then play it that way. Like this, I feel like there's so many excuses being made that's holding people back from enjoying the game. Like, it's crazy. Like, you could go to training and play the game all day against all the characters on any difficulty level to learn the game and still enjoy it. It's the same thing. Like, I don't get it. Just play the game. Like, it's a fighting game. You brought it to fight. Whether you offline or online, you can still fight in the game. You want to fight against people online? I get it. But the nature of the internet, sometimes things go offline and then they get back on and it's fine. Know what you're investing in. Like, it's crazy. Mika, okay, if this happened to MKX, a lot of people would have bombed its release. Mr. Cool Fantastic, man, somebody give the God a Nuketown code. Okay. Deontay Gay, does the price bother you? Hell no, the price don't bother me because the game is fire, and you also gotta know what you're buying. For example, like Street Fighter 5 for me, I love Street Fighter, so I just love to play the game. That's one. The story that's coming, I'm very excited about that, so I can't wait to play that. There's nothing. Let me explain something to y'all. When you buy a fighting game, right? When you buy, no, wait, I'll tell you even better. Cancel. I'll tell you even better. Any game that you buy, you brought it because you like it and it plays good, you enjoy it. I don't care.
That is the dumbest. I am so anti-consumer lie. You can tell somebody right there. If you bought a game, you bought it because you like it and it plays good. Well, no, I don't. No, I don't, mate. That's why shitty games can sell. Because people bought it. And they didn't know because they had to buy it first. Wow.
I don't care if it's single player. I don't care if it's multiplayer. It doesn't matter. A good game is a good game. And a good game will always be played. I could turn on Mike Tyson Punch-Out right now and play it all day and enjoy it. I could turn on Ninja Gaiden, play it all day and enjoy it. I could turn on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, play it all day and enjoy it. I could turn on Fight Night Champions, play it all day and enjoy it. Why? Because a good game is a good game. I could turn on Dreamcast and play Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. A good game is a good game. It don't matter whether it's online or offline or whatever. As long as it works, that's the only thing that matters. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Wait, I'll tell you even Mike Tyson Punch-Out. Why? Because a good game is a good game. I could turn on Dreamcast and play Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. A good game is a good game. It don't matter whether it's online or offline or whatever. As long as it works, that's the only thing that matters. I'm going to ask you, whatever. As long as it works, that's the only thing that matters. I'm not whatever. As long as it works, that's the only thing that matters.
But when the game didn't work, you said support it anyway. I'm done. That's it. The next 17 minutes of this, I don't care. You can get mad at me for bowing out early, but he just killed himself. If that's all that matters, and that's the main staple, then when we got mad that it didn't work, no, your whole argument just died. I'm closing the tab. I am done. You all have a good night. You all be safe. I'm done. I'm finished. I have nothing more to say to the man. He bodied himself right there. And what he said in the description. Like, dead. Rest in peace. Rest in pep. I'm out, mate. GG. Pack it up. I'm gone, dude.